cry. Where we were talking about Alice in Borderland in the previous part, please go gauge your bearings. I just want to help you guys understand why it is that God uses a lot of the shows that I sometimes watch on Netflix to explain to me satanic activity that is going on, because the Lord knows what Satan is telling the world through his entertainment industry, and how it is that, and whatever it is that is their strategy, he sometimes shows it to me by showing me not Borderland, but things that I've seen in these shows in Hollywood or whatever might be the entertainment industry, to let me know that it's not fiction. Literally what you are watching in many of these shows, especially ones that involve an elite watching a bunch of people suffering and dying and killing each other or being killed by games. These things are real. They are happening in the spiritual realm. And Satan is trying to show the world that this is what we're doing to you. Not only that, the devil is aware of how events are eventually going to culminate. The obsession with the entertainment industry right now, with there being an elite body of people watching a struggling conglomerate on the ground that are either fighting unto death, trials by ordeal, or that are being killed by games and whatnot. That's literally going to happen, but in a flip model, in the sense that saints are going to get raptured, and from heaven, we're going to watch all the calamities falling on the ground. And there's going to be one in heaven that is sending out instructions to send the next plague and the next plague and the next plague. Just like you see, for instance, in, is it Mockingjay, one of the Hunger Games. I think it might be the last one, I stand corrected, where they are trying to prevent Katniss Everdeen and who is this? Everybody else, that these guys who were forced to play another Hunger Games, even though they had won previous Hunger Games. I don't know if that's Mockingjay or Catching Fire or whatever, one of them. You know, the one where the previous players are made to play again? That one. In the third part, or where they do the revolution or something, I think that's actually the final Hunger Games. Let's just get to the point, okay? They try to go to the capital to bring it down so that they can like win and then stop being afflicted by these games, so they don't have to keep playing, blah, 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 blah. They basically come up with a revolution and they rise up and they revolt. And from some room that they are chilling in, they simulate guys like beasts. Like there are these men in a railway track station place, in a train station, that don't have faces, they don't have an eye, nothing. And they are so fast and so like lethal, they're so murderous, that if they chase like Katniss and Finnick and whatnot, trying to prevent them from basically breaking past and getting to the place where now this is the arena control room and we are going to burn it down so they can stop sending threats to us. They created a gulf between the people in the you know how there's the capital and then there's the districts. The people in the districts versus the capital, there's such a gulf between them that if you try and cross that border, you are going to have a control room. People go to a control room and literally send beasts on you, animals, electricity, lightning, like, yo, guys, like the stuff that happens there. It's literally like in the spirit realm, there are people blocking, or beings blocking you from finding your redemption. And they are sending threats into your arena. They are literally sending threats to prevent you from making it and breaking out and again finding your peace, finding your redemption, finding your freedom from out of oppression, from being played games with by beings that have got a spiritual a spiritual constitution, and so they hover over the earth with powers that the earth or citizens down here on the ground don't have, and they just unleash them on you. And these powers are entities. They are principalities, rulers, spiritual wickedness in high places, but they are also God. They are holy and they are also wicked. And so wicked powers also throw threats into the arena against Christians, but holy powers throw threats into the final be-all and end-all of an arena at the end of ages called the Great Tribulation. And they're sitting in heaven. We are literally sitting in heaven. Like, if you watch The Cabin in the Woods, the reason why Hollywood is so obsessed with this theme, or the world is so obsessed with this theme, is because it's what's going to eventually happen. They sit there, like they finally find corporate. In Cabin in the Woods, they call it corporate. Corporate, people in corporate are literally watching these kids in the cabin in the woods get killed by all different kinds of threats in the woods. And they are the ones that send them. They're the ones that send them. The one dude tries to escape out of this by riding his motorbike out and jumping over a canyon or some kind of a gulf. And as opposed to going over and succeeding, he hits a wall and then he falls and dies. It's so disturbing to look at if you've seen The Cabin in the Woods. And what happens when they die? There are people in corporate who are like, yay! They're cheering as they watch these kids die. There's a scene where these people in corporate take a break from watching the thing that's going on and controlling the events in the arena. And because they're taking a break and they're drinking their champagne and they're eating their like little finger food with like toothpicks, when they're busy doing that, in the background on the screens that they're no longer watching, there is this one girl that's literally crawling, trying to survive a beast that is impending upon her. But for them, that's it's boring, whatever. We'll come back, and when we start to bring the threat that's going to kill the next person, we'll watch again. For now, we need to, take a leg stretch. That's gonna happen. But instead of being some wicked elite that are putting innocent kids through death in the woods, it's going to be the body of Christ in heaven watching calamity on the ground. And we are also going to take a break and have a leg stretch and eat in a banquet. I actually want to, just run quickly to the bedroom of my mom to find the Bible so that I can help you understand just how true what I'm saying is. 1 minute. Book of Revelation. The devil is obsessed with the end of the ages and how things are going to ultimately happen, to a point where he is literally showing you what's going to happen, but you think it's all in movies. The seal judgments. There has been so much calamity. By the time that where are we? No, we're not yet in Revelation 16. It's before then. It's before even people take the mark of the beast. This is at the beginning. Fifth trumpet, the locusts. I'm sorry. So yeah, a multitude from the great tribulation. After they get reaped, that's in Revelation 7. So I'm sorry. There is somewhere, I'm sorry guys, me and chronology in the scriptures, it's not my strong point. I just want to get to the point. Essentially, there is calamity on the earth, seal judgments, a whole bunch of disaster happens. And in heaven, after God rains all this wrath down on the earth, takes a break in the middle to do the wedding supper. There is literally a scene that looks exactly like that in the cabin in the woods, where they watch a whole bunch of kids getting killed, and they kill them, and they continue to send threats into the arena, and then they take a break. And in the background, there are screens of like crawling kids trying to live, trying to survive monsters, and the monster is busy killing this one girl, and the people in corporate are like cheering, toasting. Literally, God is going to rain wrath down on the earth, and while people are still crawling around, struggling to breathe, literally unable to come up for air, dying, we're going to be eating. That is the reason why Satan is so obsessed. This is not my Bible. That's the thing. My Bible has a label, man. It titles the wedding supper a great how it is described, right, is a great celebration in heaven. And this happens after some kind of, I actually want, I've already been rapping on right now for almost 8 minutes. So I just want to find it in the scriptures and stop paging, or maybe even go and fetch my own Bible, because this is my mom's Bible. Oh, thank you. Revelation 19. I'm already speaking for 9 minutes and 21 seconds. So let's move to the next part so I can help you understand what has happened in the run-up to the exalting and the celebration that is in Revelation 19. So you can map it against that scene in the cabin in the woods. Next part.